Speaking indeed. Hello people. Sujara speaking. TheCrazyBunch's WebShow's number 109. So we're doing not one, not two, but 3 dead topics today. And of course we got a news report we're going to share with you on this episode of TheCrazyBunch's WebShow. So let's do it now, shall we? So we got for us. The first dead topic in mind we have Jonathan Joss. Born Jonathan Joss, John Owens, why not? He was an American actor and musician of Native American ancestry. He was best known for his roles as John Redcorn in King of the Hill and Chief Ken Harte in Parks and Recreation. He was born December 22nd, 1965 in San Antonio, Texas, to a family of cowboy and White Mountain Airplanes, my dad. Distant, some of that. His parents owned and operated a Mexican restaurant. Josh attended McCollin High School, graduated in 1984. He enrolled in Texas State University, San Marcos, then Southwest Texas State University. But left before graduating, my dad. Josh later attended San Antonio College before graduating from RA from the Lake University with a degree in theater and speech. In 1994, he appeared in the television series Walker, Texas Rangers with that. Josh provided the voice of John Redcorn from season 2 to 13. For the animated series King of the Hill, placing the original actor Victor Aaron after Aaron's death in 1996. He also portrayed the recurring role of Chief Ken Harte in Parks and Recreation. He's also a musician and performed and part of the Redcorn Band. In reference to the character he voiced in King of the Hill. In later seasons, inspired by Josh's off-screen performances, writers for King of the Hill introduced the fictional band Big Mountain Fudge Cake, which Josh's character leads. He collaborated with the Grey Wolf Blues Band on the stage in the songs Boogeyman and Still No Good, which were released on Grey Wolf's Blue Band's album Dance in the Rain. Wow. In 2021, Josh launched a line of spice drops for that. Before his death in June 2025, Josh returned to King of the Hill revival series and has begun recording. On June 1st, just hours before his death, he uploaded an Instagram video of himself walking around Austin and not knowing how he was already recorded live before King of the Hill episodes. At the time of his death, he was writing Western graphic novel titled Two Sides to Every Coin. Wow. 4 months in death. On January 23rd, 2025, Josh was sent to a Toyota home and was lost 3 dogs before missing. When his house caught fire, it had earlier been vandalized and electrical problems. Wow. Led Josh and his husband to stay in the hotel. Josh said he was using a propane heater here and had left his house. Mistakes happen, man. It was my fault. I guess leaving someone on. Josh said, or somebody came in and did something, who knows. He was married to Trishan Carr, the goddess of Valentine's Day 2025, and he attended the 2025 ATX TV Festival in Austin, Texas, with other King of the Hill cast members on May 29th, 2025. However, he did say he was not invited to the panel and showed up in the audience instead. And attended the social media site Reddit stated that Josh interrupted the King of the Hill panel. Why? Bring up his house burned down. That he was felt that Russian directed it as his homosexuality. On June 1st, 2025, Josh and his husband Trishan Carr cautious was forgiven a woman but burned down home to check on his mail. A conversion occurred between Josh and his neighbor, whom Josh has been feuding. Wow. A witness reported that hearing 3 gunshots, seeing Josh with wounds in his neck and torso. Wow. It was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect was arrested shortly soon afterwards. The suspect took police, shot him, and after being taken into custody. Neighbors told a local TV station that Josh and the suspect have been often argued in the past that no violence has previously occurred. Previous incident on June 8, 2024, we saw the suspect call police saying Josh was brandished a crossbow. On May 24, 2024, reports of gunfire, we saw the police confronted Josh's firearms. Scary, I know. He posted on Facebook the day when they were returning to Bury home. They found a skull, an arm harmless, and home one of their dogs, leading their serve emotional distress. And it said the suspect yelled violent homophobic slurs. I'll call it that. Sorry. Before opening fire, Josh pushed Juarez on the boy's path, saving his life. Juarez said neither he nor Josh was armed. Eventually, Juarez said that various people in the area had to bear for years, assaulting them with homophobic slurs. That's not why I call him that, unfortunately. And threats to burn down the house. He described the attack as homophobic hate crime, saying that the neighbor started yelling violent someone slurs at us. He then raised a gun from the ramp and fired. San Antonio Police Department, SAPD for short, released a statement saying that no evidence of the hate crime had yet been found, but the investigation was still ongoing. According to Gomez, the couple had been reported homosexual harassment to the law enforcement multiple times. Nothing was done. The SAPD also confirmed that Josh had been part of the neighborhood conference. The police that mental health unit had made repeated efforts to medicate conference and connect him with services that he already had made needed. May 11 drug use. The day before his death, Josh is compared to King of the Hill podcast, answering questions when asked when he was giving up drugs and alcohol. He said, "I would get lost everything. My house burned down. I have got to give up drugs. I ain't giving up drinking. They're my friends." He has used a lot. He also revealed in the podcast he had spent time in mental wards. Okay? Despite years of complaints about Josh in the city of San Antonio in 311, neighbors stated that police had done little. In total, police have been called 74 times since January 2024. The reason for the calls include complaints by neighbors about fires, theft, 9 calls, inquiries of shootings, 6 calls with the mental health, and 5 calls for welfare checks. According to one neighbor, Josh was really yell at the top of their lungs. It was saying that all children in the streets were going to die, and that was where all were going. Oh wow! God was on his side. Jarvin Josh was 59 years old. The next topic has to do with Arthur Hamilton. Born, however, Hamilton's son, profession is Arthur Hamilton. He was an American songwriter. He was best known for the song "Cry Me a River," first published in 1953, recorded by Julie London, and others other artists. Born Arthur Art Stern, was born on Seattle, Washington on October 22nd, 1926. Wow. The son of songwriter and comedian Jonathan Armin Stern in 1996 and 1985, and Grace Hamilton Stern Lett, 1883 to 1953. And he moved to as an infant with his family to Hollywood, California. He learned piano as a child and had also studied music therapy at Counterpoint. He later began using the name Arthur Hamilton, and in 1949, he won an live television musical for KTTV in Los Angeles, California. He would also work for the music publishing company. Anyway, And in 1953, with under contract with Jack Webb, he contributed 3 songs in the film Pete Kelly's Blues. Wow. He couldn't sing The Rainbow and He Needs Me, sung by Peggy Lee. However, Hamilton's third song, Cry Me a River, sung by Ella Fitzgerald, was dropped in the film. Wow. Well, Ella did go on the record by later in her career. The song's first release and most famous recording was actress and singer Julie London, who had been Jack Webb's wife. Wow. In 1955. Her performance in the song in 1956 film The Girl Can't Help It helped it make it a million selling hit, which number 9 in the U.S. Billboard charts and number 22 in the U.S., UK, something like that, singles charts. The song will also be covered by Joe Cocker in 1970. Contains the lyrics, "Told me love was no Palladium," some Palladiums in that. "Told me you were through me." I'm not going to say any word in the audience. But in 2010, Hamilton attended a recording session at the Capitol Records in Los Angeles, when the song was performed by Michael Bublé. Wow. Big, but that was anyway. Anyways, his combinations have been recorded by Diane Washington, R.B. Shep, Harry Connick Jr., something like that, Barbara Streisand, Jabby Mathis, with that, Ray Charles, Diane Carl, the Dells, who were a version of her son singing Rainbow was international hit in 1999, and others. On many combinations, Hamilton will work with eventually as lyricists. Along with the collaborations include such composers as Walter Jarman, Armin Mazrael, Jerry Feely, Johnny Mandel, Michael Leonard, David Raxey, something like that, Robert Ragland, Liz Organelli, Terry Trotter, Roy Barth, Barry Mann, Dan Grislam, Walter Sharp, Joe Harnell, Leroy Holmes, Harriet Shaw, Ron Anthony, and Patrick Williams. Hamilton also nominated for Oscar 2 Emmys and Golden Globe. He was a member of the board of the Governors of Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences for Music Branch, and a member of the board of ASCAP Foundation. He died at the age of 98, was announced on American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers on June 4th, 2025. He was 98 years old. Last step top episode with Renee Ferguson. Born that name, he was an American news reporter and a long-time journalist at WMAQ TV. It was a she, not he. Okay, never mind. She was the first African-American woman to work in an investigative report in Chicago. Born on August 22nd, 1949 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and graduated from the Indiana University of Birmingham in 1971. Throughout her career, she worked on in a number of networks, including CBS News and Atlanta, CBS 2 in Chicago, and NBC 5. During the 2020 presidential election, she President George P. Burlington in his campaign. She died last Friday. She was, I don't know the age, but anyway, probably in her 70s or 80s, I don't know. Probably that range. Anyway, let me know in the comments and see how old she is. Anyway, well, late 70s. Anyway, now let's do because I ran on Wikipedia. Let me see. Yeah, she died. Yeah. No, stop. Oh, 75. I haven't said anything. Anyway, she was 75 years old. Yeah, I read anything right, but anyways, let's do a motorcycle special regards to not one, not two, but 3 dev topics right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, the 3 people I mentioned in this episode of TheCrazyBunch's WebShow. Now let's move on to one topic I want to discuss. And that's from Heavy Metal Rock Revival. And that is, of course, Black Sabbath will live stream their final concert at the Villa Park next month. Now, the show will also feature Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, and much more. Now, Black Sabbath will be live streaming their final concert at Villa Park on July 5th. The plan is confirmed. Fans will order a pay-per-view event that will also feature performances by Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Gorgia, Alice in Chains, Anthrax, Mazdon, Lamb of God, and many more. More information on pay-per-view tickets can be found below. The stadium will be sold out, but the world is invited. Sabbath said in a statement, "You asked and your prayers have been answered. For the last few years, rumors have been swirling around the final Black Sabbath show featuring the band's original lineup. Back in 2022, Ozzy Osbourne performed the closing ceremonies at the Commonwealth Games. Black Sabbath guitarist Tony Armani joined him to the Sabbath classics Paranoid Iron Man. While I was excited to see, it wasn't quite feel for a reunion fans are hoping for. In 2023, Ozzy Osbourne was booked to airline a gradual power trip in California alongside Metallica, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Tool, and Guns N' Roses. Unfortunately, Ozzy canceled his performance due to ongoing health issues, but Black Sabbath guitarist Tony Armani will reveal the power trip. Organizers eventually approached Sabbath about performing the festival with the original lineup. The band declined the offer, citing Ozzy's health as the main reason for not taking the gig. There's also an issue of organizing relationship between Ozzy, Armani, and bassist Geezer Butler, with drummer Bill Ward. Ward would not appear on the band's final album at all, nor take part in the final tour due to congressional issues. It's hard, but because Ozzy's been going through a lot of stuff lately. Armani told Sirius XM's Truck Nation host Eddie Chalk. He's in the hospital and out of the hospital, and he's really been fighting it. He's really wanting to get out there, but in my mind, it's very difficult to sort of say yes. And gotta think of the people in my band as well. Gotta think of Ozzy. If he's gonna be alright, do a show, whatever. So I wasn't that comfortable with it. So I didn't know Ozzy would be doing it on his own. But it's great. I hope he can do it, and that is very good. He really wants to do it, and he's really trying to pull it, get himself back. He had to go through such a lot of hard stuff lately. It's such a shame, really, but he's still fighting there. Despite turning down Power Trip, Armani never rolled out the possibility of one of Black Sabbath reunion at all. I'm sorry done with Commonwealth Games with Ozzy, and that sort of happened, but do a full show. You gotta make sure everything's in good shape, because people are going to remember that show. I didn't want a position to go downhill all of a sudden. If something goes wrong and somebody can't make it, we have to cancel. Because I don't know how many's health. I don't know how Bill Ward's feeling these days. You just don't know. So I like to be sure if you're going to do anything. It's gotta do good or not bother. Controlling our mommy's basic comments. Sabbath bassist Geezer Butler seriously wrote out and they saw Black Sabbath reunion in the future. His new memoir, Into the Void, the birth of the Black Sabbath and beyond. Butler opened it about the disconnect with Ozzy. Wow. And the band's issues with Warren. Last week in an interview with Rolling Stone, Geezer was put the cherry on the top, saying the reunion, I don't think Ozzy's up for it anyway. Now the band's announced that the original lineup, Ozzy Osbourne's Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, were played together for the first time in 20 years. Wow. The last time only. But the band will take the stage to headline back in the beginning on July 5th, 2025, be it at Villa Park. At an all-star event will celebrate the two careers of heavy metal, and we'll see Ozzy Osbourne play his own short set before joining the Black Sabbath with the final bow. Wow. And by the time it go back to begin, time for me to go back to begin where the place I was born. Ozzy Osbourne said, "How blessed I am to go help with the help by people who I'm love. Birmingham is the true home to metal. Birmingham forever." Eventually, the show will feature an incredibly stacked up lineup of special guests including Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Pantera, Guns N' Roses, Tool, Lamb of God, Alice in Chains, Mastodon, and Hailstorm. All players of the shows will be shared equally between Curtis Parkinson's, Birmingham's Children's Hospitals, and Acorn Children's Hospital, supported by Austin Villa. An all-day event will also feature a super group of musicians. Artists that could announce so far include Billy Corgan, the Smashing Pumpkins, David Dorgan, Disturbed, Doug McKagan, Slash of Guns N' Roses, Frank Bella of Anthrax, Fred Durst of Bizkit, something like that, Jakey Lee of, and John Davis of Korn, K.A. Dowling, Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm, Mike Dwyer of Faith No More, Ruthie Sorrow, Sammy Hagar, Scott Ian of Anthrax, Sleep Token, second of Sleep Token, two something like that. Anyway, probably goes. Tom Morrow, Race Against the Machine, Wolfgang Van Halen, and Zakk Wylde. And pay-per-view events with mere purchase here. And that's the topic for the day. And that will up the Crazy Bunch Web Show, episode number 109. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned next one, babe. A brand new episode of Crazy Bunch Web Show, soon to be related to Father's Day. Till next time, so John's Box, baby. Get more Crazy Bunch Web Show episodes. We're going to soon say out. See ya.